Hello, today we are going to be swatching and testing out the new Lethal Cosmetics Evergreen palette. Just wait, listen. I already love Lethal Cosmetics. They are amazing, but still, I was not expecting this. If you want to see whether or not this palette is special and deserves a spot in your collection, then you are in the right place. This was released during their Black Friday along with a bunch of other things, like another palette, the Metamorphosis palette right here. This is what that one looks like. And also a brand new addition to their line, this amazing brush set. Yes, these are dirty. I just used them to put my base on for this video. I did a video with the Metamorphosis palette and demoing all of the brushes in my video posted yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, I will go ahead and link it up in the card right here. I will also go ahead and link that in the description. So like I said, I did a demo of all the brushes and gave my review, like my feelings on the brush set over in that video. So if you're interested in either of those things, make sure to check that out. But today, this is the star of the show. This is what it looks like. This is a gorgeous color story. I cannot wait to show you these shades. We are going to do some swatches of this and test it out. But first, if we haven't met before, hi, my name is Sherry. Welcome to Makeup Therapy, a place where makeup enthusiasts like myself like to sit back, unwind, forget about everything else for a while, and just have some fun playing with makeup. I am obsessed with sparkly, shiny, special indie palettes, and if you are too, then subscribe for more. So just like the Metamorphosis palette from yesterday, this is not going to be any like a tutorial. I just want to kind of showcase the shades and the formulas in here so you can get a good idea on whether or not this is something you might want to purchase. I have some shades, the special shimmery shades to show you, and we'll just get a feel for how the mattes perform and how they blend out. So that is what we're going to do with this today. It is about the performance of the palette and not the look itself, but I will have some creative looks coming up with these two palettes for sure. I definitely want to play with these some more, so keep an eye out for those. Just wanted to get these videos, swatching and reviewing them out as soon as possible in case you are thinking about picking it up. So let's go ahead and get started with the swatches. Okay, I don't think I said it in the intro actually, but we're gonna be doing two looks just to use as many shades as possible. I think for the first one, we're gonna go with this kind of teal shade here, the purple, maybe this, and I have to show you this shade. It is incredible, along with this one and then a little bit of this one. So that's covering quite a few shades. I will use the Lethal brushes as much as I can. I did mention in my overall kind of review about this, I wish there were some more smaller blending brushes. They do have, though, 3 larger ones. So I'm going to use these as much as I can. If I need a smaller one, though, I will go ahead and switch to something else. But I am going to start off with this like shader brush. This is the 215. You can get these as a set, or you can get these individually as well, which is really nice. There are some in here I'm definitely going to get more of, but I'm going to start with this and that teal green shade in the outer corner. This is great for packing on color in the outer corner. And like I said, this isn't really going to be like a tutorial. I just want to try these out. So I'm just going to go ahead and pack that on, and then we'll see how well it blends out. I'm also using this shading brush to kind of pull it through my crease. It works really nicely that way as well. And we'll see how deep we can get this. It looks like I got some sparkle mixed in with this matte shade. It does not have any sparkle in it. I don't know if it was stuck in my brush, even though I did clean them, or if there was a little bit on top of the matte shade. I did get some fallout down here, but I was packing it on quite a lot. It's not a huge amount and it's pretty close to the lower lash line, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'm actually going to take the same shading brush to blend. We're going to use the purple out here and then that kind of yellow limey shade in the front. And we can see how well this teal shade blends. So first I'm kind of just packing it on the line right here on the edge to make sure we don't have any harsh lines. And these are blending together really nicely. And we also a really pretty shade with them blended together. Okay, now I am going to take this blending brush, this kind of tapered one. This one is the 210. I didn't want to start with this one because it's kind of flimsy. I didn't think it would be able to blend that teal shade out very well, but now that those are blended together, I am going to just take the purple on this one and blend the edges out. See if we get a nice smooth blend on the outer edge here, since there is nothing really in the palette to blend the purple out with. Gotta make sure those edges are going to look nice and blended, and it looks like it is definitely working. Yeah, that blended out really, really nicely. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the packing brush, clean it off a bit on my switch, and then we're gonna go into the yellow shade, bring that in the front here. Not really blending much into that purple. They're gonna muddy up if we do that. Just gonna bring it right up to it, just barely touch them together. Look how bright this shade is. It really does stay nice and bright, which is another thing I kind of wanted to show off. It's definitely not lacking in pigment at all. It's so pretty, so vibrant. I'm actually going to switch to the pencil brush in the collection. This is the 220. What I love about this brush is it's nice and long, but it's also like it has enough give into it in it that it actually blends really nicely. I want to use this, something that's a little bit more dense, to blend this teal and the yellow together. That worked great. These blended really nicely in together. I did get a little bit of teal up here. Not where I wanted it. That's okay. We'll just cover that up. This shade is vibrant enough to be able to do that. These blended really nicely, and I love the shade they made. I'm just going to pack on a little bit more of the teal to really deepen this out. I might even bring the purple over it because that's making it even deeper. Let me do that in the outer corner, and then we'll be able to see how these two dark shades build on one another. First, I'm just going to pack on more of the teal, bring that back kind of through the crease. So far, I'm not having any problems with that shade. Okay, now the moment of truth. Let's see if this purple builds on top of the green without getting patchy. Oh yeah, look at that. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. There's no patchiness, no bald spots. Great. That worked really nice. Okay, so they blended out really nicely. The purple and the yellow both had a really nice blend on the edges. They built on one another really well. So far, so good. Next, I'm going to use the 225 packing brush. Lethal said they specifically created this one for their shimmers, and it picks them up beautifully. I'm going to go ahead and put some NYX glitter primer down, and then we will get into these shimmers because they are gorgeous. First, I'm going to go into this one. This is like a green and red shifty one. I don't know how much you can see that. This shade is amazing. We're going to start with that on the outer corner. Just tap this down. This is what the shade looks like. Look how special. That one is so pretty. All right, we're starting with that one on the outer corner. Oof. Wow. These are pretty flaky and chunky, and this brush picks these up so well. This would be a great one to pick up those creamy shadows. It's really like it has different length fibers. I think it would do a really nice job picking those up as well. But wow, that shade is just gorgeous. Next, we're gonna go into this aquamarine shade. Wow. Wow. That is stunning. This one's showing up kind of like a minty green for me on the eye. I wonder if this one is going to end up looking deeper. Wow. Holy smokes. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, I covered up all the teal matte with that. We're just going to have to live with that. That's okay. I mean, we saw how it performed, and that's what mattered, right? Let me grab just a little more of that first shimmer, kind of blend these in together. Wow. Whew. Okay. Oh, I definitely have fallout. Let's see how this wipes away. You know, not too bad. It's smeared a little bit up here on my nose, but the rest of the little flecks wiped away. I still have a bunch under my eye, but I'm just going to incorporate them into the under eye area instead of trying to remove it. So I'm going to take the angled brush from the Lethal set. This is the 235. I am going to put the dark teal right up under the lash line, and then I'm going to use that pencil brush, which is perfect under on the lower, not this one, the pencil brush, which is great to blend under the lower lash line. So I'm going to take that teal first on this angled brush and just tuck it right up in there. I'm going to bring this, I think, mostly all the way across. I'm going to take it just a little past halfway, as I want to use the other blue shimmer right in here. And I'll just blend that out with the purple. Oh my gosh. Got a little out of hand. Oh boy, that actually cleaned right up with just my finger. Had a little too much on my brush there. That is okay. Blended with that teal really nice. I'm actually going to try their pointed liner brush to pack on the other blue shimmer. Looks like this. Oh, good gracious. This is the one we already put on, which is more green. This one is more light blue and dark blue. See what I mean? When these are so special. They're so gorgeous. So I personally don't love this as a liner brush just because the tip is nice and pointy and you do have a lot of control with it. But I like to kind of, when I'm doing like graphic liner, I like to kind of have it angled to the side. And this part is so fat. It doesn't work the way I want it to. But I'm gonna see how good it works for the shimmers here. Oh boy, they are so chunky. Ooh, I don't know. I think they're a little too chunky for this brush. I did put down some more NYX glitter primer. Don't always do that under the lash, on the lower lash line, but since these are so chunky, I thought it could do with some. Yeah, this brush didn't do the best job with that, but that's okay. I'm going to use it for the inner corner shade as well. And we are using this. I think that'll look really nice with the yellow that we have going on there. Yeah, this brush isn't really picking it up. I'm going to grab something else for the inner corner. I'm actually going to take this detail brush from the Sigma and Samantha Ravndal set. This is a perfect size and shape for inner corner. Oh, that's so pretty. Next to these, it's almost giving a really nice green shift. That's beautiful. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with this look. I'll show you the finished look, even though it's not really about the look, but I want to finish it off anyway. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just did mascara instead of lashes. So to tightline the upper waterline, I used the black Beetlejuice and Revolution. This is super creamy. It goes in really nicely, but because it is so creamy, it does transfer a little bit onto the other waterline. Just a little disclaimer. I don't even know if this is available anymore, but these are actually really nice. In the waterline, I used the Kaleidos Multichrome Liner. Do not ask me what the name of the shade of this is. It is far too tiny to read, but it is the green and blue one. This is what it looks like swatched out. It is so pretty. I love these. Liquid liner on the top is this Sigma one. This is really nice. It has a very precise tip on it. This is great. I just did a teeny tiny little wing because, you know, hooded eyes, and this worked great for that. Went over the shimmer with no problem. And for mascara, I used the Lawless One and Done. I'm really, really liking this one right now. And it is a little too big though to get onto the lower lashes, but if you look at the end of this, it's kind of spiky, so you can use the end of it as well. It's really nice. It lifts, it lengthens. It's really nice. I really like this one. Okay, on to the second look. We are going to use, I think we're going to be able to use all of the ones that we haven't used already. I'm going to use this green. I'm going to use the neutral. Obviously, if they did all these other shades right, that's going to be right too. But I kind of just want to see how these work together. Then we'll use the bright green. We'll use the grungy green over here and this gold. And this again, since it's pretty much the only inner corner shade. So that should be everything in the palette. Okay, so the green is definitely much darker than the brown. The brown kind of looks deeper in the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and pack the green on in the outer corner and blend it out with the brown and the lighter green towards the front. I'm gonna go ahead and use that Lethal shading brush again. Just cleaned it off with my Sigma Switch, which works fantastic, by the way, if you were wondering. Okay. Lots of fallout, lots and lots of fallout, but I mean, it blew away. So that's great. Just be careful how much you're packing on. Okay, this time I'm gonna use this other blending brush because it is definitely smaller than this one. Yeah, I'm going to try it with a regular blending brush versus the packing brush to see if it blends out just as nicely. This is from the Morphe holiday set. It's an H5. Is this a holiday set? Let me see. It is. It is from the More the Merrier 6-piece. I set right now it's on sale for like 16 something. I like these brushes quite a bit so far. I haven't used them extensively, but I like them so far. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the brown out here. I'll see how the green blends out with a flimsier brush here. It's not having any problem at all. These two shades are beautiful together. That's kind of what I wanted to see blending this out with this brown. I wanted to see how they look together because this is probably the only shade I would use this with. I would use the brown with anyway. Yeah, those blended in together really nicely. I'm just gonna blend out the brown now. Get a better blend on the edges. I'm going back to the Lethal blending brushes. This is the 200 diffusing brush and it does do a great job diffusing. That blended out really nicely. Okay, now I'm gonna try the bright green in the inner half. See how bright this actually is. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. It is nice and bright. If you diffuse it, it's almost like a minty green. These look so nice together. These all look beautiful together. So I'm just gonna go back in and kind of bring some of these colors back. I'll show you how that looks when I'm done and then we can move on to the shimmers. Okay, these are showing up so beautifully. No problems with patchiness. Everything blended like butter. I really like this. Okay, let's take a look at the shimmers we're gonna use. Okay, we have this grungy green with that light green flip. That's so pretty. And we have this gold with like a bronzy flip. And then we have that lighter shade that we used earlier over here. Oh, I can't wait to put these on. They're gonna look so good. I am going to go ahead and get the NYX glitter primer on, and we're gonna use that same shimmer brush and we will see how stunning these are that are coming up. Okay, going in with that green first. That is such a cool grungy crocodile green. Ooh, I love this one so much. These go on beautifully and they are very nice and reflective. Next up with our gold. Bronzy gold. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. These are stunning together. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's do the lower lash line. I think I'm going to pretty much follow what we did up here. I'm going to take the green, blend it out with the green pretty much, probably 3/4 of the way. Blend it out with the brown here, the lighter green here, and then we'll pop on that light yellow on the inner corner and drag it in on the upper and the lower a little bit. So I'm going to use the liner brush again, get that right up in there. There's definitely fallout. That blended out really nicely. I'm going to pop some more of that glitter primer on the inner here and bring it down a little this way and grab that light shimmer. Oh my gosh, it goes so beautifully with these shades. I'm bringing it up here a little bit, but it seems like it's getting swallowed up by that gold. All right, that is everything. I'm going to finish off this eye and be right back and we can talk about thoughts on the palette, although I'm pretty sure you already know what my thoughts are, but I will be right back. Okay, here we are. I actually finished off with the same exact stuff I used on the other side. Oh, I adore these Kaleidos liners. Wow, they're amazing. They're amazing. They really are. So if you've been on the fence about them, even just in the waterline, they're so good. I'm actually looking forward to being able to use them on a larger surface area in some upcoming creative looks, but I love them so much. I am really liking this one more than I thought I would. I don't know why, but I'm just really liking those shades together. By the way, first of all, this Sigma liner, I'm really loving this one. It works so nice. I have so much control, even with the itty bitty baby wings. And also, another thing I forgot to mention about this mascara until I forgot to curl my lashes on this side, it actually does give them a little bit of a curl and a lift. This is fantastic. I've been using this quite a bit lately and it's really good. I like it a lot. All right, let's talk about the palette. Obviously, I love this palette. These shimmers are just stunning. The mattes blend beautifully. They build beautifully. Like, I don't have a bad thing to say about this. I love this one. So I want to know if kind of trying out all the different shades and doing this kind of a test on the palette, is this helpful to you? Did it help you make up your mind on whether or not you want it? Are you getting this? And don't forget that I will have some creative looks coming up with both of these. This isn't the only time I'm going to use them. I just really wanted to get them tested out and show you guys what they were like in case you were thinking of picking them up. But yeah, I absolutely love both of these palettes. Here's this one again. Don't forget to check out that video if you haven't seen it already. For more Lethal content, including this palette and my review of the brushes, go right over here to my Lethal playlist. You can see everything Lethal Cosmetics related. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you in the next one.